All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 questions, 4 questions visible. So I'm giving you, since I didn't start the time, I'm giving you 3 more minutes, but it's 1 minute per question. So I'm giving you 3 more minutes since I didn't give you a time. So at it's 11 minutes past 3 now, 14 minutes past 3. We'll be going through the answers. All right.
Okay, miss, okay.
All right, good, good. Someone check for me if you're seeing the live on YouTube.
Yes, miss.
All right, good. That's perfect. All right. All right.
Jaka,
Here I do. YouTube live. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2 more minutes to go, darlings. Good evening, Ron Mark. So Ron Mark is my grade 6 student. Ron Mark, you're in grade 6, right?
Yes, I'm in grade 6. Miss
Okay,
Monica.
so as you have known, if you've been watching, that some of our grade 6 students that join our CSEC class, they are able to answer the questions really, really good. All right, so Ron Mark is our grade 6 student. Good evening, Ron Mark. And let's see who else joined that I haven't said hello to. 1 minute to go. Michaela, good evening. Good evening, Tashoy. Good evening, Leon. Good
Good evening.
evening, everyone. Yeah, I think I got everyone now.
miss.
Mm-hmm.
For number 3, miss, is it 0.045 multiplied by
Not yet.
miss?
Oh, not taking the answers yet. Hold
This is not
on.
the answer sheet,
No,
miss. We
it's
can't
not the
see the
answer.
number properly.
No, yes, miss, I
Oh,
can't see the
I haven't seen.
hold on.
it's negative 3 or 3.
Oh. Seen it now? Which one?
Miss, you could
Number
have
3.
zoom number 3.
Oh, let me see if it's. Hmm. It looks like a negative because all the answers are in negative. So it looks like a negative.
Miss, for number 1, it reads what? The number 2, is that 2.747 or 0.2747?
No, there's no point. 2-7.
Okay.
So
I
first,
promise to. I promise to get the questions looking better, but maybe I try copying them or something. But I have some other questions that we can work on. So maybe I shift to those after just doing these. All right, because it's hard to see these. All right. So good evening, Gabby. Good evening, Brianna. All right, so we're gonna go. It's 15 minutes past the hour. We're gonna go with the first one, and I'm gonna start with the first name. The first person is Dejano. Dejano, read the first question for me, honey.
The number The number 2747 written to three significant figures is
What is it?
Miss. I put B, Miss.
You put?
Miss, I put B, Miss.
You put B. Why B?
Miss, I just because you said three significant figures. I don't know if those answers have a point in it, but I put 2.7750.
So, teacher, the journal. Can you explain to the class why the answer is B? The answer is why your answer is B, and your answer is correct, just so that you can have the confidence. Your answer is correct, the journal. So can you explain now? How is it that the journal say B and not A, not C, nor D?
Alright, so Miss, you have four figures there, right? And I
Uh-huh.
have to put it to three significant figures. So
Mm-hmm.
behind the decimal is supposed to have three figures, right?
Behind it?
Behind the decimal.
Which decimal?
Miss, it said three significant figures.
But I don't see any decimal point. So how decimal point come in now, honey?
Miss, when they teach me significant figures, the decimal we not deal with.
But we don't see any decimal in this, and you get it
Alright,
correct.
Miss.
So explain
Alright,
it to us about the decimal.
alright. And then
Take out the decimal, so start again.
alright, Miss. So you have four figures, right, Miss? And it says to
Mm-hmm.
three significant figures.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, I got to the 750 and not 747 or 740 because it's like
2,750.
right. The
Mm-hmm.
2,750 is
Mm-hmm.
around it up to 750 because number five or more.
Which number is five or more?
The seven next to the four.
Okay, but which of the seven? The last seven or
The
the
last
first?
seven, Miss.
Okay, why did you look at that seven? Teacher Gabby, let's see if you can rescue the journal.
Yes, me a Joan. Yes, Joan.
And
And
Marlon
I'm a
microphone
class to
is
my state.
unmuted. So I think Marlon is ready to help. Marlon, you ready?
Yes, Miss.
All right, go ahead, Marlon.
Miss, I'm just saying after what I know, Miss. So it says the number 2,747 written to three significant figure, Miss. Miss,
Mm-hmm.
Miss, always when I say significant figure, I always think about rounding off or anything. So I just say
Mm-hmm.
account from the 2000, say 1, 3, and I reach to the 4, Miss, and then I say 4.
Uh-uh. Hold on. Come again, me darling. You come from?
Miss, I come from the 2, go back to the 4, and I
Okay,
got
so we
3.
count from the two. So let's put that in now. So 1, 2, 3. So that's three significant figure. So we take our significant figures coming in from the left. So that's how we count it. Coming in from the left. So we reach to three significant figures. We cut it off. Continue now, Marlon.
Um, then I say
So the same thing that
the
Dejana
number to the right.
all right. So Dejana gave us part of this, but he didn't give it in complete form, right? But go ahead, Marlon.
Miss, the number, I say the number to the right. If it's
Mm-hmm.
more than 5, you add 1, and if it's less than 5, you minus 1.
So what we're adding the one to
No,
the
wait,
number to the
not
right.
minus 1.
So what were we going to add that number to? So we're looking at the number to the right, which is good. So we're looking at the 7. So the
Yes,
number that comes right after we draw a line. So we count 1, 2, 3 significant figures. Boom, draw a line. The number that comes right after we draw a line, we're going to look at that number. And as Marlon said, if that number is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, in other words, if it's
add
5
1.
or more, we're going to add 1 to
And
that
if
number.
less, it remain.
And if it's less, we add nothing. It remains. So we add the 1 now, and I want you to practice adding the 1 like this, you know. Why? When you get to adding 1 to a 9, it's going to be tricky. So when you practice adding the 1 like this, you get it concrete, and when you see the 1 being added to a 9, you know exactly what to do. But oftentimes when you see a 1 being added to a 9, say for instance the number was 2,797, right? We draw the line, we add in a 1 to the 9. This is a tricky case. So let's add the 1 here to the first part. It's 1 plus 4, which gives us 5, and 7, and 2,275. Before we go to the last part to this, it's not complete. Before we go to the last part, let's look at this part over here now. It is 1 to the 9, which gives us 10. So 0, carry the 1. 7 plus 1, 8, and that 280 there. So that's why I say it's tricky, and I want you to practice doing it this method until you know the other method, like you can do it from head without looking at it. So practice drawing the line, adding the 1 to that digit. And once you can do that, and you get it, so after today, when you go home, well, you should be home, I expect, or wherever you are, when you get the opportunity to do some practicing, what we cover here today is what you're supposed to go back and practice. So you're going to take up a book and you're going to look for every significant figures question. And you're going to practice all of them. And if you don't get them, then write them down. For the persons who are part of my class, my regular class, then you can always message me, right? So to get more assistance. If persons are joining and you're not a part of our regular class, it's the first, tomorrow is our first class for the month. So if you want to be a part of our class, it's just 3,500 for the month. So you can pay that 3,500 and you will be in our class for the month of May, just like that. So if so, you just drop your number in the chat here on Zoom. If you're on YouTube, watching from YouTube, just send us an email to Mathematics Resource Center. I am going to add my contact there, but do not put your contact on YouTube if you're watching from YouTube, right? So for my students that are part of my class, when you finish doing your regular class today, I want you to go back and practice significant figures, because that's what we covered today. Look in your textbook, find all the significant figures question, and when you find them, just drop them in the group so that other persons can access those questions. So that when I contact the little lazy ones who aren't doing anything, but want the grade 1 and said they didn't find any question, I can say, no, Marlon sent a question, or I can say Gabby sent a question, or Dejani sent a question, or Dejan or Abby sent a question. All right? So you drop those questions in the group. You go find some significant figure questions, do them, drop them in the group. Marlon, I still don't see the pictures of the work from this morning in the group. All right? Still don't see those, so those need to be in the group as well. So you drop them in the group. All right, so we're gonna go finish off this now. With the 7, sorry Marlon, I'm taking over. So with the 7, because it's whole number, we got to put a placeholder. So if you owe somebody 2,000, if somebody owe you $2,747 and you round that money up to 3 significant figures, would you take $275 from them? Could never be. So every time you do a question, always try and put it in real life form. If you put down your answer to be 275, and you say, but me run it up, me can't go take $275 from them. So you know that there's something missing. And what's missing is the placeholder. You understand? So we put the placeholder, which is a 0. No. Let me finish. Some napkins supposed to be there though.
Hello?
All right, so what's going to happen is Dejano,
Miss.
I'm gonna make you host and remove everyone from co-host position. So someone just mute Miss Hunter. So you don't get co-host position just to play around. You get co-host position so that you can let persons in the class. Not for you to put Miss Hunter on mute. So remove everybody from co-host position.
Miss, don't remove everybody. Miss, one, Miss, me I tell you what happened.
Stop. Done. Remove everybody from co-host permission. You alone have co-host permission. Marlon and Dejani. Remove everyone else from co-host. So the responsibility is on the three of you to make sure that everybody get let into the class. We're on to while you do that, we're going on to number 2. The number 3,754 expressed to the nearest 100 is. So this is another question that we're rounding off. All right. So the number 3,754 expressed to the nearest 100 is.
4,000, Miss.
4,000. How did you get 4,000, darling?
Miss, well, when you go to the nearest 100, it's gonna be at the 5, and you're gonna put you're gonna add.
I got B.
Oh my goodness, Miss.
I hear 4,000. I hear B.
Miss,
Interesting answer.
because the 4 is lesser than 5.
All right. I'm still listening to the answers. Still listening.
Miss, I got C.
C. Lord Jesus, 3,800. So everybody give different answer. Nobody gets A because I've gotten B.
Mr. C, if it says 3,800, sorry.
Mr. C, Miss. You don't get no A, Miss.
C.
Yes, Miss.
All right. Who would like to? I think it was Dejani, but that was explaining. Dejani, you were the one that was explaining that first?
I can't explain it.
Who would like to explain? So you don't have to feel confident in your answer, you know, because guess what? All I want you to do is to have faith in your answer. You don't have to know that it's sure, but have some faith. If you give an answer, have some faith in it. As long as you can have some background proof to say, yes, this is it. More you to have faith. But if you just do any mini more, don't bother unmute and explain. But if you feel as if you have that level of confidence to say that yes, I know this for a fact, then
Miss.
Miss, when you add the 5, is it gonna change out the 5 and the 4 to 2 zeros, right, Miss?
Why?
Add it to the 7, so it's gonna be 8, and 8 can be added to the 3, so it's gonna be 4. I don't know.
Why?
It's
Why
because
we
it's
changing
more.
out the 5 and the 4?
It's because it's set to the nearest 100, and the 5 is in.
And the 5 is in?
Wait.
Mr. C, answer.
Why see the answer, Marlon?
5 is in the 100.
Miss, because you're wrong. Miss, when you say sorry, number. Miss, for number 2, we're rounding up. When you say express. Yes, Miss, I see, because I basically the same thing like number 1, Miss.
So explain to me now. So given that Miss Hunter just do a nice explanation on number 1, can somebody explain to me why the answer is whatever you say the answer is?
Miss, you know
Plus
what?
7.
Say A because it's grown up to the nearest 10, and
10,
And you would start
10,
from the back, 1, 10,
10.
100. So when you reach at the 100, you'd go to the nearest point. If it did the like, if it was like 359 or 69, it could have been 380. No, 3,800, I mean. It could have been 3,800, but true, because it's lesser, it is 3,700.
Yeah, almost get it to know. But
Yes,
you know which
honestly.
digit you're looking at? You're looking at the 4. So let's go with the line now. So you're gonna so we're looking at the nearest 100, right? So as I said, this is the ones place, that is the tens. So we're gonna draw a line after the tens part. So we draw a line right there. And let me see if I get a better line. So we draw a line right there, right? We're gonna look at the digit that comes right after the line, to the right of the line. What digit is that, Kaylee?
7.
No, man. To the
After
right.
the line or before the line?
To the right. So
5.
let's use the
Another
5.
2.
So we always look at the digit that comes to the right of the line, right? That digit is
5.
all right. So that digit is 5. So remember now that 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 tells us to round up. In other words, 5 or more say we round up, we add 1 to the digit that comes to the left of the line. So let's write that down. All right, hold on. Come, Miss Campbell. Miss Campbell is going to give you another explanation. Miss Campbell is a mathematics teacher, part of the Mathematics Resource Center. And this is the first time you're hearing from Miss Campbell. Yes, Miss Campbell, over to you. Tell my lovely students good evening.
Good evening.
Evening, Miss Campbell.
All right, I'm going to ask you 3
Good
questions.
evening.
Good evening. All right, so the number is 3,754, right?
Yes, Miss.
Right. So if you think about hundreds, that number is between 3,700 and 3,800, right?
Yes, Miss.
Right. I'm going to ask you one question now. Which number you think will be in the middle of 3,700 and 3,800? I want one person in the
750.
middle of 3,700 and 3,800.
3,150.
Say that again.
3,750.
Excellent. 3,750 will be in the middle. All right. So think about the number that's there now. 3,754. On which side would it be? Would it be on the side of? So in the middle. Who was that answered? That told me it's 3,750 in the middle. Who was that?
Michaela.
Kayla. Very good, Kayla. Now, if I put 3,754 on this diagram now, which side would it be? Would it be on the side closer to 3,700 or on the side closer to 3,008?
The 3,800.
Anybody else agree with that?
Yes, what you saying?
Who was that?
Can you repeat what you said?
Marlon, please speak up, like, and use your gut voice.
I didn't hear what you said.
No, ask me to explain again politely, but use your gut voice. We don't want a little baby voice. We need a man voice.
Let me see which one of my voice I call my voice.
The one that is deep. The one that Miss can hear. So go again for me, please. Ask me to repeat.
Miss, can you please repeat?
Ah, there we go, Marlon.
All right. So Kayla was kind enough. Is it Kayla or Michaela?
Michaela.
Right, Michaela. Michaela said in the middle is 3,750. All right. So I'm asking now, which side would the 3,754 be? Would it be closer to the 3,700 or would it be closer to the 3,800? That's what I was asking Marlon. Which side would it be on? You understand the question, Marlon? Marlon? Hello?
Don't know where Marlon gone.
Oh.
Marlon?
All right. So all right, let's continue then. So
He's not shy. He'll come back. You'll hear him again.
okay, that's fine. So who was it that said it will be closer to the 3,800? Because sometimes when it's multiple choice, you can look at it that way to say that if you think about the hundreds, that number 3,754 would be between 3,700 and 3,800. So the nearest 100 will be the one that is closer to. So it would be the 3,800. So sometimes you can look at it that way as well to round. That's another method of looking at it. In addition to this one, where you add 1 to the 7 to make 8 to get your answer of 3,800 because the 5 is right in the middle. So once they get a number that's 5 or more, it means they're gonna go up. So you're gonna go to the 100 that's
Bam, 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 bam.
So the answer is 3,800. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Yes, miss.
Christina? So Miss Hunter is gonna call her one more time before she kick you out of the class here.
Hello.
Hello?
I was asking to someone to go over that for me.
Alright, just a second. Alright, so Christina, Miss Hunter call her one more time baby before me kick you out. So you need to just unmute and answer Miss Hunter, otherwise you'll be out of the class. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Oh, nice. All right, my darling. The only time you can unmute is when you're answering a question, honey. Not to sing, not to shout, not to zone out anybody, not to do anything else. All right, my darling. Miss Hunter is nice, but Miss Hunter is
Yes,
miserable.
miss.
All right, my baby. Good. All right, Miss Stacy.
Yes, miss.
So we're gonna go back to the question now. Dejana, make me host again, please. The one that is unmuted, Dejana, that's the one you're supposed to make host.
Go to face like yes, that's it. Order up them.
All right, so I'm going to explain the second way. So Miss Campbell did a really good job at doing the first that method when it comes to the 3,700 and the 3,800. To say that 3,754, which one would it be falling closer to? So you have 3,700. I have 3,800. In between the two is 3,750. If you think of the number now that we have here, 3,754, which side would you put it on? If you were picking a team and you're putting persons on team, which side would you put it on? Would you put it on the 3,700 side or the 3,800 side?
3,800.
The 3,800. All right, so that's what Miss Campbell was saying. Going back to what the other method now. So that's one method. And as Miss Campbell said, that this method is really good. It's basically mental math. You don't need to write down nothing to work it out. So it's really good when it comes on to multiple choice question, because you're trying to see as many runs as you can get before the time up. So this is what have runs? Cricket. Right. Before the over end, you're trying to see as many runs as you can get. So this is it when it comes to a multiple choice paper. But you're not trying to just circle answers and to try to circle everything, but you're trying to circle correct answers as fast as possible. So this is really a good way when it comes on to mental maths. And paper one is really about you trying to do things mentally. If you do not get it that way, don't worry. You can do the other way just as fast. So the other way is to take the 3,754.
You want me to do the work?
3,754. We're rounding off to the nearest 100. Ones to the nearest 100. So that's ones, tens, 100, 1,000. So we're going to round off to the nearest 100, which means that we're going to draw our line after the 100 digit. And the digit in the 100 place is a 7. Right? Now we're going to look at the digit to the left, not to the left, to the right of the line. If that digit is 5 or more, in other words, if that digit is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we're going to add 1 to the digit to the left of the line. So let me go again with that. And if you want to write it down, write it down. So I'm going to go as slow as possible. In other words, let me see if I can type that down for you, so you can have that.
You put sugar in there. You put sugar in there too.
It will lime juice.
Well, something like that, I think. Yeah, some people.
All right, everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
I was here talking all along, but my phone battery died and I was using my phone battery audio. And I was here talking my way through and just realized that no one was responding. No. All along with the ear talk.
Yeah, no.
All right. So two questions basically take the hour. Because at the end of the day, when you leave this class, you're supposed to can do these questions. These questions fully, not partially. Anytime you see a question, you're supposed to can do it. All right. So let's just continue to work this one out. So we'll add one here because this is 5. So we add 1 there. So it's 1 and 7, which gives us 8. And the 3 right there. And then, of course, we know that there's no way you can round up 3,754 and you just get 38. So just looking at that alone, you understand? Thank you, Uncle. Later. So just looking at that alone tells you that we need to put some placeholders for these digits, the 5 and the 4. And the only time we put placeholder for the 5 and the 4 is in the whole number aspect. When it comes to the decimal, no. Only for the whole number aspect, we put placeholders. All right? Everyone clear with that?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
All right, Marlon. Yes, go ahead, honey.
I understand now.
Yes, miss.
All right, beautiful. All right, Marlon, go ahead and share the question. The questions are on my phone and my battery died. So go ahead and share the questions for me. Or who else did I send the questions? Dejani, Abby. All of you should have the questions.
Miss, can you send me a copy to my phone?
Yes, I'm using my laptop. Who is that?
Stacy, this is Stacy.
Stacy, it's this question that just sent me this morning. That means I didn't look at those questions, Stacy.
I don't remember. So much things are gone.
Yes, those are the questions that you sent me this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, you will send me them.
Oh Lord.
You need beat me now because you know not what you're supposed to do.
Never remember at all.
Not what you're supposed to do, master. So the teacher just sent you the documents, they say just forward it to Miss Hunter. Marlon, when you're ready, start sharing the first set of questions.
Miss. Miss. Miss, I'm not using my phone, so I'm using my laptop. So I don't have no thing on my phone, on my laptop.
Where's your phone?
Miss, I have it with me, but it was charging, so I didn't use it.
Okay, did you get any percentage on it?
Yes, Miss, it has 27.
Okay, please unplug it and join YouTube.
So want me to log out?
No, don't log out from here. Just join from there. Just join. But do not add audio.
Miss, I'm turning on the phone.
Okay. What about the other persons? Dejani? Dejano? Send me to my laptop.
Miss,
All along, I'm teaching everybody maths, so problem solving. Nobody don't know how to solve our simple little problem here.
Miss, I make it look so bad.
It's bad. Kaylee, you have the questions, Kaylee. You're using your phone, honey?
Yes, miss.
Abby?
But I cannot share the thing because I don't have the thing on it to see projected.
Okay. Your co-host now, Kaylee. Let's see. Hold on. What did I make? Oh, no, I made it wrong.
Yes, I logged in.
You logged in? Okay, fine.
Miss, send the question to me, miss. Oh, I see.
They're in the
Yeah.
group.
Yes, miss. Well, miss, you have to make the other device source, miss.
Can't you do that? Aren't you co-host? Do you have that permission?
I don't think, no, miss.
Did you try?
Yes, miss. It says say ask to start the video rename in the waiting room.
Miss, I got WhatsApp and I can share it.
Okay, go ahead and share.
Oh, Miss, because they give you back the host, Miss. I have to make me back co-host.
Marlon, you have co-host permission. So whichever you share first.
Miss, ouch.
Yeah, I get it, Marlon, or if you go ahead.
I'm going to log out of your phone now.
Go ahead, DJ.
All right.
You know.
Miss, you seeing it?
Wow, that's really nice. Better than what I was showing. All right, zoom in a little for me. Just zoom into number 3 question. Number 3. Zoom in some more. I'm going to let you be the one sharing from now on. All right. Gabby, read the question for me.
0.045 times 10 to the third in scientific notation is
Times 10 to the what, honey?
third power.
I can see a little minus sign there.
Oh, cannot see.
Zoom in some more for me. Dejana.
So what do you call it again?
-3.
No, as in
To the power. 10 to the power -3.
what's this?
What is the answer that you wrote down, Gabby? Gabby?
B.
B. Okay. Abby, what's your answer? Abby,
Yes, miss.
what is your answer, honey?
Miss, miss,
It's miss. Miss. Miss, the answer is B.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, what's your answer? Marlon said his answer is B as well. Johnny,
B.
what's your answer?
B. 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 Okay. What?
I'm not sure.
You're in the exam, Johnny. It's 1 minute before they take your paper. You must circle an answer. Which answer do you circle? And please remember this. You never, ever leave a multiple choice question blank. If you don't know it and it's so bad that you don't know it, please say any minimum. Do not leave a multiple choice question blank. And no paper whatsoever. No time in your life whatsoever. It's better for you to go through the entire paper. If you don't know the answer, don't have study for the exam, and you know you read the question 3 times and you don't know what to do, just circle B for every answer. Better you do that, or circle A. You must get 1 or 2 correct. But do not leave a multiple choice question blank. Never. So then, Johnny, you're on the exam now. 1 minute to go. Which answer do you circle? Then, Johnny, they're about to collect your paper. Which answer do you circle? Your motto is to never leave a question blank, there, Johnny. So you can't leave the question blank. Which answer do you circle?
Miss B, you want to hear what I said, B?
Of course, I want to hear why you said B.
Miss, I think you're gonna convert it to decimal overall, Miss.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna add 3 more zeros, so it'll be 0.00, like 0.0000, Miss, 45. And then we'll put it back in scientific notation, which is going to give you 4.5 times 10 to the negative 5. I'm not sure. I'm just saying.
Mm. Okay, I get what you did. What you did is perfectly fine. So hold on a bit. Oh, because the genre is sharing, then I can't give permission. Dejana, see if you can give permission to persons to annotate, because you're the one sharing. I don't see where I have that option.
Okay, hold on, miss. Miss, I allowed all participants to annotate on shared screen. So try now.
Hmm. I'm not seeing that option just the same. Anyone able to annotate?
So me log in back with my phone.
Hmm. You could, but We just want to write what Johnny was saying. We're going to finish with this last question, but this is the last question that we're doing. And so I'm going to just write it down. I'm going to share my screen. So when I do that, just solve the question. So I'm just going to add, okay. So it was 0.045. Was it? Times 10 to the negative 3?
Yes, miss.
All right. So in order for us to all right, so based on what that Johnny just said, so that Johnny rewrite it. So write out the entire question, then she writes it in standard form. All right. So what the Johnny did was to write this out. So because she see 10 to the negative 3, she say, oh, we need to move this decimal point 3 places to the left, because negative means that the number is going to get smaller. So she just move it 1, 2, 3 places to the left. Now the decimal point is no longer here, but it is there, right? So the decimal point was here, but it's no longer there. It's now here. So we take up, so fill these slots with 0. So this is the first thing that Dejani did. She rewrites it. So now the number is 0.00004. And of course, we can put a 0 at the front for a placeholder for the whole number. So this is what Dejani did first. And then after Dejani did first. And then after she did that, what she went ahead and do now is to write it in standard form. All right. And she said, okay, write it in standard form. That means that the decimal point must be after the first digit, the first non-zero digit, meaning that the decimal point cannot be after a 0. It must be after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So the decimal point, when writing in standard form, so when writing in standard form, the first thing, the first aim is to put the decimal point after the first non-zero digit. Non-zero digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are digits, right? 9. So those are the non-zero digits. And digits, the digits that exist, 0 to 9. From you touch 10 to 1 million to 10 million to billion to trillion, that's a number. Digit 0 to 9. Digits make up number, all right? So I want you to be clear with that too, because even when you read question, those little things give you a clue as to what your answer should be, all right? So I want you to know those bit of information. Or if there's a digit, you can't be that they're expecting a number, right? Especially when it comes on to CSEC exams, they are normally clear with their words. I know that when you do exam though in school, sometimes we as teacher make up our question, and when we're supposed to use the correct terminology, sometimes we forget, because oftentimes I call the digit 1 a number, or the digit 2 a number. All right, so when it comes on to CSEC exam, the wording are normally on point. You understand? So if they say digit, they're expecting a digit. So it gives you clues as you go along. All right, so when writing in standard form, the first aim is to put the decimal point after the first non-zero digit. So the first non-zero digit here, who can tell me the first non-zero digit? And coming from your left. Coming from your left. Someone put that in. Coming from your left. So I'm giving you full direction, you know, so you know exactly how to get your answer. Which is the first non-zero digit coming from your left?
4.5.
Hold on, man. Johnny,
Yes, miss.
when Miss Hunter said digit, is she supposed to be here in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 digits? Or should say digit?
1, miss.
All right. All right, so we're gonna ask the question again now, honey. What is the first non-zero digit coming from your left?
4, miss.
4. So we're gonna move this decimal point to the first non-zero digit. All right, so we're gonna go. So we're gonna move it to the behind the first non-zero digit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move. So we move it. As long as we reach behind the first non-zero digit coming from our left, we have arrived. It's like you going to high school, most persons lately too. And as long as you get that little paper to say, oh, I left high school and didn't have a baby, some persons feel as if they have arrived. No, feel as if, oh, there's college, oh, there is a job. You understand? So as long as you reach to this part, you cross that bridge, you say, yeah, man, we arrive. We arrive. Good? So as long as you reach behind the first non-zero digit coming from the left, you arrive at your first destination. Good? The next thing you're going to do now, so the next thing that you're going to do is to just write that down for me. The 4 points, any digit that comes after. So the only digit that comes after is the 5. However, if you had some zeros falling after, you don't need to write them down. Right? But if you had 7, 8, you would write down the 7 and the 8. However, and also, let me not say however, and also if you had 0 with a 7 and an 8, you would write it down with the 0, the 7, and the 8. The only time you would write down the 0 if it falls at the end. You understand? So if we had some zeros here, we would write those down. The ones that fall at the end, you don't need to write them. All right? So let us take those off. So we have our, these need to go. We have our 4.5. The last thing that you're going to do now is to put multiply by 10, and you're going to put a power. First thing about the power is, how many jumps did you go? 1 frog jump, 2 frog jump, 3 frog jump, 4 frog jump, 5 frog jump. So we know that the digit is going to be 5. The last part is it going to be positive or negative? Is the 5 going to be positive or negative? 2 ways you can look at it. If you move to the right, then it's definitely negative. Moving to the right tells us that the sign is going to be negative. All right? So, let's write that down. If you move to the right, then the power is negative. If you move to the left, then the power is positive. All right, so that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it that I normally use, and some persons get it this way, is to say that you have this small beanie number up here, 0.0004.5. Not 4.5, 0.00045, right? And all of a sudden, it's no longer those bag of zeros at the front, but it's now 4.5. So technically, a small number now appears large. that must be a negative move. So somebody had no money in their bank account and all of a sudden money appear in their account. It must be a hack. You understand? You can't see where the trace is coming from. It just there. So it must be a hack. So I use that to say, oh, this number was small, 0.00045, and now it's saying 4.5. That's a negative move. Well, when the small number, the big number now appears small, the bank won't have any problem with that. They like when your money goes down. So for them, it's a positive move. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody understand me? Everybody
Yes,
gone?
ma'am.
Just repeat again. Repeat what you say. Repeat.
All right. So what I was saying is that, right? Which part? Do you get the first part? You don't need to learn two methods, you just need to know one. Did you get the first method?
Come again, miss. Come again.
All right. So we make one. So let me erase this part. So we're gonna go back from how we get the 40, the final answer, right? So going back to how we get the final answer now. We are going to
wait, miss, 1 second before you explain. In a shorter term, to me, I try understand. Suppose me I do another question, same like that. All me have to do, I just put it to the left 5 times in my mind and then carry it back. Carry it back over till you reach the point, so you can say it's negative, whatever it is.
All right. Suppose you have this question. To write in standard form. Tell me how you would write that in standard form.
Miss made a carry it forward 5 times to the right.
Yeah, so we need to correct now. I'm happy you asked the question. All right. So it's nothing to do with 5 times. Read the statement for me that is here. Read that statement for me. Read it out loud for me, honey.
When you write in standard form, the first aim is to put the decimal point after the first non-zero digit. Comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 9. From the left.
All right. So look here now. Where would you put the point?
5 times to the left.
Come again. Come read for me again. Tell me which part you see 5 times to the left in the statement when we give you. So the 5 is what I want you to let go. Saying left is fine, but I want you to let go the 5.
Yes.
All right, so hold on. Oh, I have 5 digits. I'll let me rub off one of those digits. So maybe because I say 5 digits. All right, where would you put the decimal point?
In the center.
Hold on, ma'am.
No.
Hold on. She's gonna answer, man. So give her some chance.
You're going to put it at least 4 times to the left.
The number is what I wanted to let go. I don't want you to tell me 4 times or 5 times. All right, saying 4 times or 5 times is fine, but I think you're basing your understanding on the amount of jumps. Like to say, oh, every time I get a question, I'm going to move it 4 times or I'm going to move it 5 times, which is not the case. All right. So every time you get a question, you're going to make a particular amount of move based on this definition to say, when writing in standard form, the first aim is to put the decimal point after. After what?
After the first zero.
Hold on. Hold on. Come read this part for me again.
After the
first
non-zero digit.
All right. Coming from which direction? They're searching for the first non-zero digit. From the
right.
From the
From the right.
From the
left.
From the left. All right, please write down that definition in your book. And I wanted everybody to write it down in the book and read it at least 3 times. I'm giving you another 11 minutes of my time and then I have to go. Write this in your book. Everybody should have this in your book. Marlon is still waiting to see those things in the group from this morning class. And if I don't call them, please know that I'm calling mommy this evening to say that you did not do any work in class this morning. And I need to see every question that I gave you in your book, in the group. So it's 20 minutes past 4, 22 minutes past 4. We're going to go with the solution. I want you to read it aloud. Now put your microphone on mute. Read what I've written here aloud to yourself. Read it where you can hear your voice. All right? So read it where you can actually hear your voice saying it. Keywords. First non-zero digit. Decimal point. Highlight these keywords for me. Standard form. If you move to the right, then the power is negative. So if you move to the right, power. Right move means power, negative. Left move means power, positive. Keywords. Underline those words in the book. Highlight them. 2 minutes to go. Read it out aloud to yourself. When I was doing exam, I used to have a flowers in front of me. One of those fake flowers. Mommy always have it on her table. And I would teach that flowers. And I would be reading out there and teaching that flowers in the nights. And I teach that flowers and I teach that flowers. That flower is supposed to bright right now. So
Miss,
read
my auntie did the same thing to a teddy bear.
Go again?
My auntie did the same thing to a teddy bear that she had.
Okay. What is your auntie doing now?
She went to university and became a pharmacist, and then she migrated to Canada.
Okay.
She's still doing pharmacy. She doing but she go like more major in it.
See? So this method works. So if you read to something and when I tell you I read, I'll be teaching the flowers, and I was telling these flowers that, listen, I used to do math mainly, and then I would do my history. I really love my history. And I would read ahead of the class because I'm a chatterbox in the class. When I go to class, I want to be chatting all of the way. So I would be reading a lot so that when I go to class, I can explain. When nobody else can answer, I can answer. And I'll be teaching the flowers. So you need to get a flowers or a teddy bear. All right? So now that you have read aloud now, we are going to go on to the question. What did it say you're supposed to do? Anyone can answer. You can unmute your microphone and answer. How do we know how we're going to move? What tells us what we're going to do? Which direction we're going to move in?
I'm going to move to the left.
All right, this is a grade 6 students now. Come on now, shake one. Grade 6 students telling us what to do. How many times? So I'm going to move to the left. How many times, shake one?
You're going to move 3 times.
Did it tell us the amount of times? What did they say? We must move until we reach behind. Don't worry, Shekwan. Take your time, man. You're a grade 6 student, you know. Take your time. I'm going to be really gentle with you. So we're going to move behind the first non-zero digit. So let's call the non-zero digits for me, Shekwan. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
All right, beautiful. So we're going to move this decimal place and we're going to frog jump now. Frog jump. Whoops. Are we behind the first non-zero digit yet?
Go again?
Are we behind the first non-zero digit as yet, Shekwan?
No.
All right, so we're going to keep frog jumping until we're there. Am I there yet?
No.
Whoops. Am I there yet?
No.
Whoops. Am I there yet?
No. No, yes, yes. No.
Am I there now?
Yes.
All right. So that's it now. So I put my decimal point there. So my decimal point is no longer where it was. It's now there. So I'm going to take that answer now and I'm going to write it down as 4.5. 0.5. All right. All right. Times, when you're writing it standard form, it is always times 10 to a particular power. Always times 10. How many moves did we do, Shekwan? How many frog jump did we do?
5.
5. So we know that we're going to put 5 here. Which direction did we go? Left or right?
Right.
So is the power going to be positive or negative? So read this part for me now. Read here and tell me what you get from here.
If you move to the right, then the power is negative. If you move left, the power is positive.
All right. So do I put a plus here or a minus?
Huh?
Do I put a plus sign in front of the 5 or do I put a minus?
Minus.
A minus. And why minus? Minus is correct. Beautiful. Why minus? Because minus does what? Signifies what?
Negative.
Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Please unmute and give our grade 6 student, Shekwan Powell, a big round of applause. He did well. Give him a big round of applause, man. So nobody not celebrating with Shekwan? No, sir.
Yay.
Abby, Dejani, Gabby, Kaylee, Chantal, Stacy. Please congratulate Shekwan. He did well.
Yes,
Very
Miss, he
good,
did.
very good.
Okay, good. So we're going to go to the last one. And Shekwan, you're going to go with this one for me. So we're going to write it in standard form, Shekwan. Tell me how to write this in standard form. Take your time now.
First, you're going to write back the number 0.073.
Okay.
Now you're going to move to the right from the point. So you're going to 1, 2. So you're going to do it 2 times.
Going to move 2 times. Hold on, honey. I'm going to move 1, 2 times.
Yes, so yeah, right there, step right there. Are you going to write equal? 7.3. Then you're going to write at the top.
Well,
you're going to write,
you're doing good so far.
Okay, you're going to write 1, 2. You're going to write up the top 2.
Hold on, man. We missed a little thing. Come back and look at what we missed. You're almost there. Almost. So we're going to write this part times what?
10.
Ah, beautiful. So times 10. And then the power is going to be what?
2.
2. Anything else?
Yes, are you going to subtract?
Oh, put the subtraction sign, put the negative sign. All right. That's what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
All right, I don't want you to use subtraction when you're explaining this. I want you to say put the negative sign, right?
Yeah. So you put the negative sign because you're going the right side. Right side.
Ah, beautiful. So you're gonna do one more for me, shake one. All right,
Okay.
so we're doing A. Oh, ooh. All right. So let's see if you can do this one now.
Okay. So first you're going to write back 0, 8
Oh, I don't
point.
have to. No, I don't need to put a. Oops. Let's not put a 0. It makes no sense having a 0 there. Let's put. I'm changing that 0 to. It makes no sense having a 0 there. I'm changing that to 8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to write 88.72.
88.72. Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to go right. So you're going to say 1. So you're going to skip one time.
Which
To the right.
direction am I going to go?
Right.
Hold on, man. Come now, shake one. Come back over here, so. When writing in standard form, the first aim is to put the decimal points after the
After the first non-zero digit
all right, coming from your
coming from your left. Oh, you're
all
going to put,
right. So coming from my left now, what's the first non-zero digit?
so you're going to go 1. So from the left, you're going to go to the left. So you're going to say 1, and you're going to stop in between 8 and 8.
Beautiful, nice. All right. What do I do next, honey?
Then you know you're going to put 8.8.
8.8.
72.
72. Beautiful. All right. We need to unmute and share and shake one, man. He's doing really good. Come now.
Yes, miss.
Multiply by 10.
Multiply by 10.
10 and you want to put times, no, take up, wait, plus, I mean plus.
Ah, positive.
Positive, yeah. Positive plus 2. No, wait, 1. Wait, 1, yeah, 1.
Positive 1. Beautiful. Well done, Shekwan. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Absolutely amazing. And guess what? Shekwan is Miss Hunter's nephew, biological nephew. So yes, the little maths run in the family, it seems. All right, well done, Shekwan. The only thing that I'm going to say is when it's positive, you don't necessarily need to put the plus sign. You can leave it because leaving it blank tells us that it's positive. All right. So when it's positive, you don't need to put the plus. But when it's negative, you must put the plus. All right, so absolutely amazing. And let me just signature this for Shekwan. Question completed. By Shaquan Powell, a grade 6 student. All right, well done, Shaquan. Absolutely amazing. All right, so this question, as you can see, was completed by Shaquan Powell, a grade 6 student. See that? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, well done, Shaquan. And that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Hope you learned to put things in standard form, round off numbers, and also significant figures. I will try and do this again. Hopefully, I will get the opportunity to. If I do, I will do it again when I can. Go through some more multiple choice questions. Outside of that, please note that we have our elite, our Oxford of Mathematics Resource Center, or Harvard of Mathematics Resource Center. That aspect coming up where we're going to be taking on 10 students, 5 students that will be entering grade 6 come September, and 5 students that will be entering grade 7 come September to be a part of our Harvard aspect where we're going to take those students to CSEC, right? So that will start, so the first class will start in July. You'll hear more information about that. And as you can see that our grade 6 students are very capable of completing CSEC paper. And may I add, Shaquan Powell is the first student to be in that class. He passed the bar a long time ago. And yes, he'll be the first student. So he'll be in grade 7. And at grade 7, we will be having students doing CSEC mathematics. And at grade 6. So you get more information about that. We'll post more about that. And yeah, as the information come out, you will be fully informed and know exactly how to get your child enrolled in this class. Please note that this will be a very expensive venture. So it's the Oxford, it's the Harvard price that we're looking at, right? Very expensive. Parents must show full interest in their child's education. It will not be a case where you just sign up, but you'll go through interviews for persons to be a part of this. Parents interview, students interview. And if the child and the parent don't fit when it comes to the interview, even if you score 100 on the diagnostic test, you will not be accepted. So it's the elite of the elite, right? So the child don't have to come from a rich background, but just have to have parents who can afford the class and parents who show great interest in the class. You understand? So that's just a bit as it relates to the criteria, but you'll get more information by the end of close to maybe the end of the next 2 weeks. More information will be posted as it relates to signing up. All right, so that brings us to the end of our lesson. And I'll just allow my students to tell us how the lesson was. Abby, Dejani, Gabby, Marlon, Kaylee, Shaquan, Stacy, how was the lesson?
It was
It was
fine.
That's okay. But some of these are new to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was good.
And Folika, how I get to understand this, I just look on it and read it, and then I find out how it was going in a method.
Okay, beautiful. All right, Shaquan, we know you're gonna get grade 1 come next year. Grade 1 at grade 7. Straight A profile too. All right. So yes, Dejana, you going to sleep, Gabby? All right, so that
No,
brings us
miss,
to
I'm
the
still
end.
here.
Okay. All right, so see you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. for our morning
Miss,
class.
Miss,
Dejani?
can you wake me up tomorrow, please?
I
No,
will
Miss, I
ask.
won't be here. Sorry, I won't be here.
I will
I
ask
won't.
Miss Cherry to wake you up. Don't worry.
Miss, I don't think I will be here, Miss. I have an appointment tomorrow.
Okay. You can log in on your way to your appointment.
Okay, Miss, no problem.
All right. Bye bye all. Have a good evening.
You
You
too,
too,
miss.
miss.